I'll say it again. Kudos to the people who started with Hwoarang in Tekken 3 and Tag 1. I would not survive with this character. I legitimately would not. Why? First of all, there's no back 3. So if an opponent whiffs something big, you had to commit to your Skyrocket, which was pretty much punishable on block. Next thing, you don't have a DF2. This DF2 did not launch on hit at all. As you can see. You could, I guess you could like get plus frames at best. And if it did hit a croucher, it knocked down and then you could like keep them in with rip off or FF3. Another thing, yeah, your mids were, I guess they're okay. Yeah, forward 2, forward 2, forward, DF3, 4, 3 forward, which is high mid, always has been, and then you can have like an RFF version. No way to enter Flamingo through jab strings. So if I press 1, 2, 3, I'll always get the classic 1, 2, 2 forward 3 string. And if I press 1, 2, 4, I'll always get 1 to F4. So if you wanted to enter Flamingo through a jab, you couldn't. You had to literally put yourself in RFF more so that you could get right Flamingo. And then like throw out an axe kick. Down back 4 only did 10 damage. Not that that's a big deal. It's just that down back 4 was not low high. It was a feint into a mid. And you could get like an FF3 if they teched. If not, well, I don't know if you're really hitting them. Maybe do an FC3. But it's gonna be harder to get someone hit by this. And I'm not exactly sure if it's plus. Oh, it does look plus. So you could like use it somewhat. Another thing why I wouldn't survive is that while standing 3, it's a high. I mean, it's whiffing against someone who's crouching here. And if it did connect right, nothing's guaranteed. Except like a potential frame trap, which people don't have to bite into because look how big the space between you and your opponent is. So instead, you'd probably have to do something like FF4, which would put you in a better position. Or if not that, you just wave wood. If I can get a wave wood, there you go. So in terms of lows, like down 4-4 is there, sure, but again, that doesn't jail. You had down 3-4, but this was not a natural combo. If I put the opponent on crouch, the second kick will not connect. So if they do get hit, they're fine. It's only a full combo on counter hit. Or not. I guess it was not NCC either. So that makes this a hard thing to do. Or I guess it is NCC at specific angles, but not all of them, it seems. Let me supercharge once more. Yeah, not all of them. So for the most part, you're pretty much pressing down back 4 all the time or down 4 all the time. RFF is the same thing, except you had at least you had this. You had teaser or RFF down back 3, or at least in tag 1 it's RFF 3-3. Moving on, left Flamingo would have the same problems. You do not have a load to work with aside from cutter left, which I get 12 damage, sure, but it doesn't even feel as plus if you get it. Yeah, so for the most part, you kind of like hit them with LFS 3-3 and LFS 2, or mainly just like an LFS 1. If you did want a launcher, you had to do like LFS back 4, but that is very punishable on block. RFS has, it's the same problems. It's got its axe kick, sure, but only one reliable low. Yeah, that's about it. And another launcher, same exact launcher. And you had like a Flamingo step, and movement was like more open in tag 1, so even if he's not like his master, he can really move around in tag 1 in Flamingo. Same would go for like right Flamingo, but right Flamingo would have, I guess, more uses because it gets connected to RFF. So if you did a RFS2, you're now in RFF and you get access to RFF24, RFF4 forward, RFF DF4, but it couldn't enter Flamingo yet. You get RFS3, which is probably your most reliable low. And then you can still do DF1 from RFF, DF1 plus 2, DF2, a down 3, a down back 4. Essentially, RFF was the stance to be in because it's connected to like pretty much most of the ways you would be attempting strings or like to mix up / rush down your opponent. Oh yeah, I also didn't add this part, last one, combos. I have no idea what combos you're supposed to do here. So let's say you get a Grand Theft, right? Which is probably, again, your most reliable launcher. You're an RFF. So maybe you RFF 2-4 and then 2-3. But you're not allowed to do an RFF 2-3 / an RFS 2-3. So you can 2-4. And then I just have no idea where you go after that. 4-3. Oh no, you can. At 43 damage, that seems okay at best. About... That's 42 damage. Not bad. I haven't hit 50. About RFF forward 3. I think that's gonna be like the way to go. Okay, yeah, that's the way to go. RFF FF3 into RFF F44 into RFF forward 3. If I can just get the FF4 at the end, then you have a combo. 53! Alright. But yeah, combo structure is a little bit difficult to work with. Yeah, it's a lot of highs that you have to use. You can't really... 56. But yeah, you focus on a lot of highs and use mids to like keep them standing. Maybe we did an occasional low to get some chip and then throws. And then a lot of like putting them off axis, FF4, Flying Eagle, Backlash, etc. And then a lot of RFF so that you can get your launcher and then at least deal decent damage. So yeah, it's an odd... Not exactly the taekwondo character I was familiar with. Or that I, got good with. It's definitely a different version of the character with different objectives in mind. So watch some Tag 3. We'll get to Tag 3 eventually. But watch some Tekken 3 or Tag 1 Hwoarang gameplay if you want to see what that looks like. And maybe you can take some stuff and bring it into like Tekken 7 or like for the remainder of Tekken 7 or Tekken 8. But yeah, that's about it. That's all I have. That's all the cheese I have for this character. You don't even have a neutral hop kick.